Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Macclesfield FC Mixler for live commentary of tonight's Northern Premier League fixture between Macclesfield FC and Worksop Town. My name's Matthew Todd, and I'm delighted this evening to be joined by Luke Johnson. Hello, Luke.
Good evening, Matt. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well.
Good.
Always a pleasure to be back on home territory. It's been a little bit of a tricky period, hasn't it, for Mac on the road?
Yes, they've been away for 5 games.
Yeah, with some mixed results as well. I mean, it's been a tricky time to really judge Mac. There's been a few changes in playing personnel, a few difficult games on the road. I mean, I'm thinking back to the 4-3 defeat at Radcliffe after being 3-0 up. That was tough to take. The performance against Alfreton was a little bit flat in the FA Cup, albeit against a side from a higher division. And then, again, another word to describe the performance on Saturday would be flat. That 2-0 defeat against Morpeth up in Northumberland. The final of Mac's 5 away games ending in defeat there. Mac not able to get themselves back into the game after falling 2 goals down in the first half to that one. At the other end of the scale, though, there's been some really positive performances as well. The one that probably stands out for me the most would be the 2-1 victory away at Marine. That was a week ago today, 2-1 in Merseyside, and that was a really big victory against a side that was in some excellent form as well.
And obviously they have played against Tottenham Hotspur in the past, especially in the FA Cup.
They have indeed, yeah. We're speaking to some of the fans and directors there at Marine, and they've really done well to invest the funds that they got from that FA Cup match into the infrastructure of the club to make sure a real legacy from that game against Tottenham. Wasn't so much about the result on the day, but about how they used those resources afterwards. And Marine, very much a club on the up, as are Mac, and as are our visitors tonight, Worksop. They have came up with Mac last season, albeit from a different division, but the same level on the pyramid, and they came up with 99 points from the Northern Premier League Division 1 East. Absolutely romped to the league title in that one, backed by 42 goals from their main marksman, Liam Hughes. And Luke, can you give us a bit of a tale of the tape about how these two are doing in the league table at the moment?
So Mac are currently in 5th position on 20 points, and Worksop are 6th on 19 points. So there's a point between the two sides.
Yeah, so Mac in the last playoff place, if I'm right. Yeah, I am. Yep. Yeah, and Worksop on our tail. Interesting that Worksop have made some good progress in both the FA Cup and the FA Trophy this season, and so although they're a point behind us, they've got 2 games in hand.
And of course, if they do win tonight, Macclesfield, they could leap Marine if Marine were to drop points to.
Absolutely, yeah. I think Mac will be pleased to be back here at the Leeson.com. It's been difficult on the road. If we look at Mac's home record, 4 wins and 1 draw, and compared to 2 wins, 1 draw and 4 defeats on the road, so very much home comforts it's been for the Siltmen so far this season. So, a little bit more about Worksop. They're familiar foes to anyone who's supported Mac for a long time, particularly in our previous spell in the Northern Premier League in the 60s, 70s and 80s. It's been a little while since we played each other in a competitive game. The last time we locked horns was the 11th of April 1987, when Mac won the League Cup and everything else on their way to a fantastic season. It was 2-0 to Mac on that evening. Steve Burr with both the goals at the Moss Rose. And interestingly, 394 in attendance. I think we're hoping for a few more tonight.
Yes, because Macar have got an average of 3,012 as their home attendance this season in the league.
Not bad, so we're about 9 times bigger average crowds than back in the late 80s there. And we can see now with approximately 6 minutes to kick off, supporters starting to file into the Leeson.com. A little pocket of Worksop fans over to our right. Some of those on the terrace, a few of them in the seats as well. And Worksop, like Mac, used to winning in these last 2 seasons. And they've also got a Plum FA Cup tie to look forward to, Worksop. I was seeing on their website earlier great excitement about their trip to Stockport County in the first round of the FA Cup in early November. Unfortunately, it's probably a little bit too far away for them to be distracted tonight.
Absolutely.
So let's have a little look at the tail of the tape for Worksop, who they've got in their team. So we'll go for the Worksop team in full. So they line up this evening.
Paul Cooper is in goal, Deegan Atherton, Josh Wilde, Samuel Wedgbury, Hamza Ben-Sharif the captain, George Taft, Terry Hawkridge, Alexander Starchenko, Luke Hull, Vaughan Redford and Jay Rowlands up front.
Yeah, they've also got some formidable players on the bench, haven't they? One player that caught my eye in particular, Liam Hughes on there. He's been a key man in Worksop's recent revival, hasn't he?
Yes, he is the leading goal scorer this season for the team with 15 goals, and he's on the bench tonight.
Yeah, another vastly experienced player. I think Worksop have got the right blend here of people who've played in the Football League but are the right side of 30, or at least not into their late 30s. If we look at Liam Hughes, an example, still only 31. He won a host of awards last season. Very, very experienced player. Moved forward later in his career into a striking position and spent 6 years in the Football League and the National League with Cambridge at the start of his career as well. And that's the theme that runs throughout the squad here at Worksop. And some of those with sharp brains may have recognised some familiar names as well in the Worksop team sheet.
So obviously they've got Ben Tomlinson, who played for Macclesfield back in 2011, and he made 25 appearances, and he is known to score one of the fastest goals in League 2 for Macclesfield, clocking in at just 6.4 seconds against Morecambe.
Yeah, I think that was his debut as well, so not a bad way for Tomlinson to introduce himself to the Mac faithful. He went on to have a long, successful career since he's left Mac. Spent 2 years at Lincoln as well, directly after he left Mac, and then he's played for a host of non-league clubs since he left us. He's now player coach at Worksop. Another name that caught my eye, one of my favourite players when I was a little bit younger, Hamza Ben-Sharif. He's the skipper, I believe.
Yep. He had made 60 appearances for Macclesfield.
And he's another player who, as well as having Football League experience, has got experience in captaining sides as well. He was captain at Guiseley before he joined Worksop. Spent a couple of years with Mac, and those of you who used to travel around with us in the Football League will remember that awful injury, that ankle injury he picked up away at Rochdale. Showed a real test and a real strength of character for him to come back from that. In the season after, in 2010-11, he was our top scorer with 11 goals and formed a really good central midfield partnership with Ross Draper in his earlier years. Also a big welcome back to Sam Wedgbury, who played 3 seasons here, over 100 appearances for Mac in the National League and the Football League, and also to Colin Daniel, who played for us between 2008 and 2012, 139 appearances here, and an amazing career for Colin Daniel in the Football League after leaving Mac. Over 400 league appearances for a player who, when he was here, often divided opinion. He's had a fantastic career. And we should talk a little bit about the man in the dugout as well for Worksop. Craig Parry has been here for 4 seasons now, and he's really masterminded this revival for Worksop, including in the most recent victory.
Yeah, so Worksop beat Bradford Park Avenue 3-1 at the weekend, and he described it as a game of 2 hours after the side came from a goal down. He described it as, our first half showing was rubbish. I can't really take any positive out of it whatsoever.
Well, there you go. But they did take some positives out of it, because 3 goals in the second half. Rollins and a couple from Hall got them back into that one and gave them victory at home against Bradford Park Avenue in what was their first league game since the 26th of September due to the progress in FA Cup, FA Trophy and Staffordshire and Northamptonshire Cups as well. And we seem to be picking these teams at the moment, but we found another one tonight who are in really good form as well.
Absolutely.
So Worksop have won 5 in a row in all competitions, and they've lost now just 1 of their last 12 fixtures. That came in a dramatic 3-4 reverse against Radcliffe. A last-minute winner there for Radcliffe, preventing Worksop from taking a point. So, as we seem to say every week, I think we're in for a bit of a challenge in this one, and Worksop in good form in the league as well in general, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
How does the form table look for these two sides?
So in the form table, Worksop are currently 4th compared to Mac, who are 9th.
Nice. So, although it feels good to be back at home here, I think it's going to be another tough test for Mark Duffy and his men. So we've talked at length about the visitors. Let's give a little bit of love to the home side as well. And Mark Duffy has made 2 changes to the side that were defeated at Morpeth on Saturday. Laura Mendy is out of the squad entirely, and Luke Murphy drops to the bench. That means that Danny Rowe makes his first start for Mac. He'll be playing at centre forward, and Freddie Sass is back at left back after picking up that toe injury away at Marine. He's straight back into the side. So that means your Mac 11 this evening is...
In goal, Connor O'Keefe, Trey Pemberton, Freddie Sass, Lewis Fenton, Sam Heathcote, Paul Dawson, Neil Kengney, John Rooney, Danny Rowe, Alex Curran, and of course Luke Duffy, as the players make their way out onto the pitch.
And a strong bench as well for Mac this evening. We've got full 5 on there. They are
Luke Murphy, James Hardy, Brandon Lee, Kane Drummond, and Alex Hurst.
Yeah, so James Hardy has been recalled from his loan spell at Ashton United, who are above Mac in the league. A bit of an odd loan signing in many ways, but he's done well for them. How many points have they got, Ashton?
They're on 24, so there's 4 points between Macclesfield and Ashton at the moment.
Yeah, Hardy, who made 7 appearances during that loan spell, was well regarded over there at Hurst Cross. Won 4 of those games as well. And his last appearance for them came in a narrow 2-0 defeat to Radcliffe on Saturday in the league. And he's back on the bench. And I'm sure Mac are hoping to reap the rewards of having him in match-fit condition after that loan period. So we're a little bit late starting this evening by my watch.
Yep.
The players just going through their final pre-match preparations. Mac in the team huddle. Worksop being led through a little sharpness routine there by Ben Tomlinson, who was always a very fiery player when he was here at Macclesfield. Probably the perfect man to get them wound up and ready to play. Worksop tonight will be in their traditional kit, yellow and black, almost tiger print or lion print, and Mac in all blue this evening.
And of course they are nicknamed the Tigers Worksop.
There you go. Any idea why? There's probably a tiger on the loose in 1861 when they were formed, who knows. Just to say as well that both these defences fairly evenly matched, 14 goals apiece conceded in the league, albeit Mac have played a couple of games more. And just 1 goal difference in the goals scored department as well, so we may well be in for a tight one this evening. Just going through the final of our pre-match formalities, and one interesting thing to see will be whether Mac revert back to back 4 or I'll stick with the back 5 that they've started the last 2 matches with, as the toss is completed and the teams are going to change ends. So Worksop will be attacking the Sir John Askey Terrace, which has got a small pocket of their fans in. Mac attacking the Star Lane end first. Don't know if that's got anything to do with Hamza Ben Sharif having won the toss, being a bit of a Mac legend and knowing that Mac liked to attack Star Lane first in the second half rather. So that means that Mac will have the kick-off. Just looking actually at how Mac are lining up now, it does look like we're going to go with the back 5, so it's going to be O'Keefe in goal, Fensom, Heathcote and Sass as a back 3, Kengney and Pemberton as the wing backs, Rooney and Dawson in midfield, with Curran and then Danny Rowe up front and Luke Duffy just behind him as Mac get us underway here and immediately go along. Sam Heathcote looking for Dawson, who's well forward. Ben Sharif just eased under that one and fouled by Paul Dawson, who's wearing the captain's armband again this evening. And he wore that to fantastic effect away at Marine, where he really drove us on to victory there. What are you looking for from Worksop this evening then?
Obviously, looking for them to create a lot of pressure to Mac early on, to try and settle the crowd down a bit.
And Worksop take the free kick long. It's cleared out to the left-hand side. Hall's there with Pemberton. Hall does well to keep it in. Now a crossing opportunity for Worksop, but they play the ball short instead. Just looking for options down this left-hand side. Clever play from them. Now the cross comes in towards Redford. Slightly heavy touch from him. And it's cleared by Fensham. Danny Rowe getting into the action for the first time. And Danny Rowe drawing a foul there from Taft. Big centre half. He was just had a handful of his shirt. And it's free kick to Mac on halfway.
First chance for the ball to go in the box here for Macclesfield now.
Yeah, interesting to see what they'll do with this one. 3 centre halves are back at the moment, so I think they might try and build something. Rooney over the free kick. He goes square to Dawson. Dawson pounced upon immediately, and chance here for Worksop on the counter attack. It's forward. Good play. Rollins has it now down the right hand side. Rolls one to Starchenko. Starchenko still on the ball. Just cuts back though, and Sam Wedgbury getting his first touches in midfield. Just pushes an easy square ball to Hawkridge. Hawkridge now stands one up to the far post. Good ball to Rollins.
The offside flag's just gone up there.
Good spot there, Luke. I like that. Yeah, Rollins just a little bit
too early on his run.
Too early. He was indeed. Worksop looked quite comfortable on the ball early on. As Mac Woods again opt to take the free kick quickly. Dangerous ball from Heathcote. Rooney does well to get in there ahead of Starchenko. And now Heathcote switches one. Big booming ball out to the right. Brought down well by Pemberton. Now Curran's dropped deep to pick it up inside his own half. He goes into Rowe. Rowe with 3 players around him. Gets past the first, but then Hawkridge emerges with the ball. And is fouled by Rowe. Hawkridge, who was sent off after 45 minutes on Saturday for 2 yellows. He's just waiting for the 7-day rule to kick in. So he'll be missing for Worksop on Saturday. And it's Hawkridge who restarts. A long ball again looking for Rollins. Rollins can't bring it down, but Sass forced to head clear. Looks like there's been a new screen applied to the glass on the main stand here, which makes it very difficult to see through. But what we do know is there's a long throw for Worksop. Atherton will take it. Ben Sharif and Taft have gone forward, but he's made a liar of me. Gone short to Hawkridge. Now the cross comes in. Ben Sharif's up. Matt clear, but it spills out to the left-hand side. Starchenko picks it up. It's forced backwards, and now the cross comes in once more. It's a deep one. Headed clear by Mac, and then eventually John Rooney completes the clearance. Danny Rowe, though, can't hold on to it, and then Dawson just gives the ball straight away to Hall. Right, start this from the visitors, and again they go wide, this time looking for Rollins. Rollins will scamper towards it, does well to keep it in. First time cross, though, is on the chest of Dawson. Unconvincing clearance from Dawson. Played Kengney into trouble. Kengney still battling for this one, and Kengney gets the decision there.
They seem to be using this left-back position of Mac quite early on.
Yeah, Rollins it is. They're trying to get in behind, isn't it? One of the weaknesses, of course, of playing with the back three and the wing-backs is that the centre-halves can get a little bit isolated out wide. Rollins seems to be the man they're choosing to use. Another experienced player, joined from Boston over the summer. And they spent 7 years over there. He's not moved too far. Does have good experience at a higher level. As Matt go long, Wedgbury flicks it on, but it's to Luke Duffy. Luke Duffy, left-hand side of the box here for Matt. Low cross, it's behind Curran, but it falls to Pemberton. Pemberton with a heavy touch is pursued here by Hall. Pemberton hangs on to it though, goes past Hall and then loses out as Worksop clear up to halfway. Worksop have done well actually to play their way out of trouble. First sign of danger. Good cross from Duffy as well. As Worksop go back to the goalkeeper. Cooper just played him short. Cooper did well to scramble the ball up to halfway. And Worksop again pick up the second ball. Coming forward down this left-hand side once more. Fensham though closes the ball down and now it's back with Wedgbury. It's just popped up at left back for a moment. Taft goes long with the up and under. Not really near any of his colleagues, and Lewis Fensham is trying to let it run out, but the ball doesn't quite cooperate, so it's back to O'Keefe. All in green this evening. Connor O'Keefe, beaten twice on Saturday. Not really at fault for either of those. I'm sure he'll be looking to see a better performance from his defence in front of him tonight. And we're in the early stages of this one, 5.5 minutes in here at the Leasing.com. Goalless between these two sides, a lively opening, but no chances yet for either side.
Nope.
As O'Keefe goes along looking for Kengley. Intercepted though by Atherton. And now back with Ben Sharif, who's captaining Worksop this evening. Ben Sharif goes along, big diagonal, cut out by Pemberton, and Pemberton's done very well there actually, just to nod it back to O'Keefe. Someone on here just saying that all credit to the Worksop fans who've made it across on a dark evening. Luke is on co-com, so he can do a little bit of a head count for us as Mac now spring the trap, ball over the top looking for Curran, and the flag is up against Alex Curran. So we've got some Worksop fans in the seats, not many, the vast majority behind the goal.
Probably about 30, I reckon, over there.
30, 40 over there, that's good. Credit to anybody that makes the journey to these games, of course, as Cooper, the Worksop keeper, gets things going quickly with a long ball, but Hall can't quite control that one. Skips out of play. And those fans, I think, will be heartened from what they've seen so far from Worksop. As Rooney plays a 1-2. Matt, though, go long through Fensham, straight into the possession of Atherton. Atherton pursued by Luke Duffy, who half stops it. Neil Kengley helps him out. And now Freddie Sass with a chance to come over halfway, but his ball is behind Duffy. Turned over well by Worksop, and once more here they're going to search for Rollins. Rollins, though, well stopped by Heathcote, who came across and intercepted. And now Sass goes long, and Luke Duffy able to pick up the second ball here on the left-hand side for Mac. Tries to find Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe back to Gold as well. Alex Curran takes over. Curran runs into a couple of players, and then Sam Wedgbury able to clear. As Worksop go long once more. Good-looking ball towards Hall. Hall with a heavy first touch, though. Oh, it's actually Redford over there with a heavy first touch as he tried to get in behind Lewis Fensham. And again, looking dangerous down the wings.
Absolutely. Macclesfield are doing the same thing at the moment now, switching the ball across.
No, indeed. It's with Pemberton. Pemberton, though, just showed a little bit too much of the ball to Hall. And now it's all the way back at the feet of Cooper, who clears first time for Worksop. And now Rollins brings that ball down, does well. Worksop just working it around in midfield. They're quite happy to pop it around here early on. And now Terry Hawkridge switches the play. Loads of space over on this left-hand side. Rooney's gone over to cover. Still a 2-on-1 situation for Mac. Now a crossing position. Ball comes in. Swings across the area, though, behind Sarchenko.
Oh, now Kengley's in a load of space.
He is indeed. End-to-end stuff in these last few moments as Neil Kengley looks to go past Hawkridge, does so. Loads of space for Curran, but that ball's intercepted. Then Rooney plays a brilliant pass to Curran. Right-hand side of the area now, looking to cross for Danny Rowe. Perhaps it's behind Rowe, and then it's cleared well. The final ball there, not great, was it?
Could have taken that extra touch and driven a bit more then.
But now it's Worksop looking to counter-attack here. Loads of space in this one early on. It's like the game's opened up in the 80th minute, but we're only in the first 10 as space again for Rollins down the right. Lays it back into a crossing position for Atherton. Cross comes in, it's flicked on by Heathcote and cleared to the edge of the box. The shot comes in, it's deflected and gathered well by O'Keefe.
Stop the corner.
Yeah, he did well actually, didn't he, just to get his feet moving. It was Hawkridge with the shot from the edge of the box. And I think one of the Mac players got a block on it as well.
A huge deflection.
Yeah, just took a bit of the gas off that one. Made it easier, but probably from a Mac perspective, a worrying amount of space opened up there for Hawkridge to take that shot. As we are around about 10 minutes played here, still goalless. This game being played at a fantastic tempo so far. As Neil Kengley gets the ball again inside his own half, tries to go around the full-back Atherton. Wedgbury, though, steps in and helps him out, and then Freddie Sass with a strong challenge on Rollins. Means that we'll have another long throw, a potential long throw by Atherton. Again, I think he's going to take it short, and does. Infield to Hawkridge. Hawkridge with Rooney. Atherton able to find Wedgbury. Wedgbury on the right-hand side, just looking for options. Matt pressing through Duffy as Hawkridge now picks the ball up, and it's forced Worksop back into their own half. where Taft picks up the ball. Another experienced player, Taft. Signed from Scunthorpe. Had spells at Cambridge as well, as there's some space once more for Rollins here. Takes on the shot from outside the box. And that one rises. Goes out of the ground in the end. And Sass and Kengley just having words with each other there.
Yeah.
I think
there's a lot of space down these wing backs.
Yeah, they're being caught at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Between wanting to attack and also trying to help out those three centre halves. So, goal kick to Mac after that ballooned effort from Rollins, who's looked dangerous and would have expected to do better there. Mac goes short. Sass played into trouble by Heathcote. And good pressure there from Worksop. Means they have a throw. And Atherton will take it, the right back. He's about halfway inside the Mac half. Goes short with the throw. Hawkridge played a little 1-2, but Dawson saw them and just intercepted that one at the expense of another throw. Worksop go a little bit longer this time into the feet of Hall. Good play by him. And now it's back out to the right-hand side. Redford was there, but Worksop can't find him. They do, though, pick up the second ball through Hawkridge, and then Sass just forced to slam one clear. Nobody there in blue. Worksop probably seeing more of the ball at the moment. As it's back with the home keeper, Paul Cooper, young keeper on loan from Barnsley. His kick is a low one into midfield, well picked up by Starchenko, but he's muscled off it by Heathcote for Mac. It's now Mac with some possession in midfield. Wedgbury hunting down Curran, forced him into a tricky ball, which Fensham did well under. And now it's Pemberton on the right. Tries to find Curran, but gives it away. Pemberton recovers well. Picks up the second ball and also picks up a foul as he's felled. And now Dawson looking to get things moving. Good switch out towards Neil Kengley. Kengley challenging in there with Atherton. Kengley gets there first on the byline. Now Kengley intercepted by Ben Sharif as Kengley tried to play it across the 6-yard box.
That could have easily been a foul there, but Kengley quickly got up and drove into the box there and wins the corner for the Silkman.
Good strength, actually, wasn't it, from Kengley? Shoulder to shoulder with Atherton, who's the bigger man. And in the end, actually, it was nice defending from Ben Sharif because he came across and saw the danger quickly. And it's a corner to Mac, and the referee just having words in there with one of the Worksop men. So corner from the Mac left. Worksop have left 2 up. Everybody else back. And I think it's going to be Rooney to Duffy to take, rather. Duffy now with the corner towards Kengley. Kengley gets his hand on it, but it loops over the bar just behind him on the edge of the 6-yard box. Difficult chance.
It was a free header, that there. But always going to be tough going without the balance.
Worksop were probably a little bit focused on the centre halves and Danny Rowe, weren't they?
Yeah.
Neil Kengley nipped in there. As Taft goes long now, straight onto the boot of Sass, who cushions one into Rooney. Rooney, good forward ball to Duffy. Duffy now tries to play one into the space between the centre halves for Danny Rowe, but puts too much on it. Straight through to Cooper, and Matt will press as Worksop try and play out from the back. It's in the left back position now. Now it goes into midfield. Fensham and Pemberton pressing. Good stuff this from Fensham up against Hall, and it's all the way back with the keeper, who makes a terrible kick. Seized upon by Mac as the flag goes up on the right hand side. There was a little bit of confusion there as Danny Rowe left the ball.
Yeah, he was coming back there from an offside position.
I think it was Fensham, actually. He was furthest forward, having stayed up there from the press. And assistant referee, who was well placed to give it. Flag was raised, but Mac there showing a little bit more intent. Oh, thanks, Matt Ryan, one of the Worksop fans who's joining us this evening. If you know anyone else that's not made the journey who might be interested, then send them the link. More the merrier on this channel. As we are now 15 minutes in, still goalless. The keeper yet to really be worked as Worksop have the ball in midfield. Hawkridge does well to hold off Rooney. Going backwards all the time though, Worksop, and now they'll go forward. It's that Long diagonal, looking for Rollins. Sass wins the first header, and then Neil Kengley does well to knock Atherton off the ball. That means Rooney has possession, goes forward to Dawson. Dawson looking for the through ball to Curran, well seen though by Sam Wedgbury, who just filled in nicely. And now he frees Rollins down the right. Chance to run at Sass. Sass and Rooney with him. Good challenge actually in the end from Freddie Sass, and Sass able to just about keep that one in. Finds Luke Duffy, but Duffy gives the ball away easily to Wedgbury. And Wedgbury chips one over the top, and then Wedgbury adjudged to have been fouled by Luke Duffy. Maybe a little bit soft, but clever from Wedgbury, I think. And that gives now Worksop a good crossing position. It's on their right-hand side. Terry Hawkridge is over it, right in front of the Mac bench. Mark Duffy getting his defensive line in a position he likes. Trying to get them a little bit higher up the field here. You have to be careful because there's some considerable aerial power in there, and the ball goes towards Taft and Ben Sharif. Bit of a bundle, but it's back into possession of Worksop. Matt clear that initial ball. Worksop, though, have it on the left-hand side as Hall just oversteps, concedes possession to Danny Rowe. Rowe has Duffy to his left. Kengley left still, but Duffy holds on to it, tries to play one into Curran, who was making a dart towards the area, but gave it away. And now, long ball over the top to Rollins. Rollins brings it down on his chest. Sass gets back at him. Rollins, though, will take him on once more. Goes around the outside. Low cross. It's just behind the striker in there. I think it might have been Redford who was throwing himself at that one. And the ball spills out on the far side for a Mac throw. That was dangerous.
Very dangerous.
He's looking the most likely man, isn't he? Jay Rollins at the moment. A lot of danger coming down that right-hand side for Worksop. Just a little nice piece of defending in that move from Fenson, who just eased Vaughan Redford under the ball, prevented him sliding in on the edge of the 6-yard box. I think any contact there would have been the opener for the visitors. As it is, we are still goalless here. 5th against 6th in the Northern Premier League. And Worksop steal the ball inside Mac territory again from a throw. Starchenko coming down the left. His cross is a poor one. Easily met by Heathcote. Once again, though, Worksop get their foot in. Stop Mac in their tracks. And now a cross comes in from the left. Looking for Redford. He's in there ahead of Heathcote, but he's ahead of him because he's offside. And Mac will have a free kick inside their own box. So we are 19 minutes into this one. Goalless at this stage. And one curious thing we were looking at before the game was that Worksop have got their top marksman on the bench. As Mac play from deep up to Kengley. Kengley well challenged by Atherton. Good strong play again by the fullback. And now Wedgbury chips one down the right-hand side. Sass able to head clear. And now Rooney with a good ball into Curran, who's found some space in the central midfield area. Curran now into the Worksop half. Plays one into the feet of Duffy. Duffy advancing down the left. Difficult ball to Kengley, and Kengley unable to bring that one under control. Just allows Atherton to nip in and play a nice ball into midfield. Something Worksop have been able to do, but Mac this time press. Rooney, though, just forcing one towards Neil Kengley. And Ben Sharif allows that one to run out. Yeah, who else should we look out for in terms of goals, do you think, Luke, from a Worksop perspective? We said Liam Hughes is on the bench with 15, but they do have goals in this starting lineup, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Luke Hall has got 9 goals. Redford's got 5 goals. And, of course, the danger man on this right is Jay Rollins, who's scored 4 this season.
Well, so some strike power on the field as well as on the bench for Worksop. They've now played 20 minutes, these two sides here. Goalless.
But, of course, Mac have got firepower themselves in the lineup, with Alex Curran scoring 10 this season and Neil Kengley on 5.
And it's that man Kengley, perfectly teed up by Luke as he escapes down the left-hand side. Atherton eventually gets a toe in, but concedes the throw. And I think Freddie Sass will take the opportunity to launch one of his long throws into the Worksop box. We've yet to see that in this game. Sam Heathcote at the back just having a little glance towards the area. Decides to stay back for this one, so it looks like Danny Rowe is going to be the obvious target for this long throw. Oh, have a nice time in Egypt. Rusty. So Sass with a long throw into the Worksop box. Low trajectory, it's cleared though easily and picked up now by Hawkridge, who spins away and launches one down that right channel. Redford will chase, and he's done well actually. Redford forces Fensham to come across and head out for a throw level with the edge of the Mac box, and Atherton will trot forward to take it. Deegan Atherton takes a short one. Now has the ball at his feet and does well to find Rollins. Rollins under very close attention of Sass. Does well to hold on to it, and then Duffy. Luke Duffy dispossesses Terry Hawkridge and works up again with a throw. So throw comes in once more. Good take and switch by Hawkridge. He's played it a little bit behind his fullback in the end.
Ooh.
Works up threatening to make a hash of it before Cooper clears long. Straight onto the head of Heathcote, who likes him there. Works up though. Pick up the second ball with Hawkridge. He fires one out right to Rollins. Rollins again will try and go around the outside of Sass. Got some help from Dawson, who forces the Worksop winger to just chip one tamely into the gloves of O'Keefe. And we are now halfway through this first half, and so I will hand over to Luke, who will describe the action for the remaining 22 in a bit minutes.
So Luke Duffy is in the centre of the pitch, plays it to Curran. Curran plays it back to Dawson. And the ball's just played straight down the line. It's to the safe hands of Cooper in goal. Plays it straight back out to defence.
We heard there, didn't we? A few rumbles from the home fans. Not quite happy with what they've seen so far.
Kingney intercepts the ball down the left. With Dawson free on the left. Now running at the defence. Cuts inside. Still got the ball on the edge of the box. He's going to shoot. Still going. Puts across in, just over the bar there from the captain. As another one sails. Mac yet to register a shot on target.
Yeah, all that move was down to the energy of Dawson driving from midfield. Went past 4 or 5 players. In the end, it was a little bit of a speculative effort. And as Luke says, Paul Cooper in the Worksop goal has yet to be truly tested.
Fenton wins the ball off that goal kick. And Alex Curran's found a load of space, or tries the ball to Kingney. Has it back again, and Kingney is on the left, inside the box. Just sees it out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he couldn't quite bring that one under control, could he, Kingney?
Nope. There seems to be some success though down the wing from Kingney. Worksop have the ball to the left, and it's well defended there by Fensham at the back. And the ball's in the centre of the pitch. Both teams competing, and the foul is given. Could have gone either way, that decision, but goes in the favour of the away side. Gives them a chance to set up another set piece.
Yeah, it's a bit too far out for a shot, would you say?
Yes. Here comes the chip. Oh, it's played out to the far left. It's a chance for a cross to the far post, and it's straight into the hands of O'Keefe. Looking for options. Plays it out to Freddie Sass. Kengney. Back to Sass. Sass all the way back to O'Keefe. Some space now in the centre of the park for Macclesfield. Plays it to Curran. He finds John Rooney. And a quick ball over the top for Curran to chase, and it's defended by the Worksop defender. And instantly Worksop. Paul Dawson having to do a bit of defending then. It's instantly won back by Rollins. Dawson now in the centre of the park finds Curran. Plenty of space there on the wing there. Looking for an option. Ball into the box towards Kengney, and it's defended by Worksop. They launch another ball forward. Still got the ball. John Rooney passes it to Curran. Oh. Chance for Rowe. Just loses that out, but it's straight back to Dawson, who loses that, and it's headed clear. And Sass clears it away.
Yeah, it was a good interception there by Wedgbury, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
He slid in on Rowe. You were just waiting for him to pull the trigger. I was the same.
Yeah. Cooper launches it forward. And it's headed away by Mac. And straight to O'Keefe. Defends him. Matt looking to work the ball from the back. Finds Duffy on the left. Launches the ball to Kengney down that left. With Benchuri tracking back. John Rooney now has the ball, just gives it to Dawson in the centre of the park, and he's dispossessed, and he wins the ball back straight away though, and ref blows a whistle. This could be a yellow card here for Dawson.
Well, the Worksop players trying to say that he jumped into the challenge. Is that what he thinks? They're not happy.
No, it looked like a 50-50 though.
What do you think the outcome's going to be here?
It was a 50-50. I can't see him being sent off. It could certainly, most likely, be a yellow card.
I think it's Hawkridge, number 7, who felt the force of that one. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Good chat between the referee and Dawson, who was asked back.
I think I saw the yellow come out of the pocket straight away.
There we are, there it is. First card of the game to Captain Dawson.
Again, it all came about though from Worksop closing down Mac very quickly, didn't it?
Yes. Hawkridge is slowly getting back up to his feet though. With 30 minutes played here at the leasing.com stadium.
Hawkridge hobbling over in front of us here. Seems to be okay, which is good.
close to the centre line. Cooper lifts the ball. Down the left. Now for Worksop. Play it inside. And put out for a corner.
Yeah, Pemberton it was with his toe on that one. Just conceding the corner. Gives Ben Sharif Taft the chance to come forward from the back.
Plenty of height in the box now for Worksop, looking to open the scoring. Played right in towards the centre circle, and it's headed by Ben Sharif just wide.
Yeah, Ben Sharif there just backing up as he made contact with that one. Very difficult to generate any power or direction. And still yet to see either keeper really have much to do in this one.
Still Macclesfield 0, Worksop 0. O'Keefe urges his players forward. Takes the kick now. It's won by Danny Rowe. Flicks it on to Chasing Curran, but it's played all the way back to Cooper, who lifts it forward to Rollins, and there's a push in the back there from Freddie Sass.
Pushing the back, and he grabbed his shirt.
Yeah.
Apart from that, he was all right.
Yeah. With the former Mac player Sam Wedgbury over the ball. Oh, he leaves it for Hawkridge. Plays a good ball to centre, and first save there from O'Keefe with Ben Sharif finding the head once again, but this time O'Keefe manages to save it.
Yeah, and hold on to the header as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Finally, we have a shot on target in this game.
33 minutes nearly played here at the Leasing.com Stadium, and Rollins is brought down in the box, and the referee waves it away for a Worksop corner.
Tangle of legs it was between Sass and Rollins. Referee, fresh from waving away the appeals for a foul by Ben Sharif, was well placed again to give a corner rather than a penalty.
Played him towards that penalty spot again, and it's cleared away by Mac. Early ball into the box and straight into O'Keefe.
Disappointing delivery that time from Hawkridge. Sass just limping after that latest challenge with Rollins. Did have a foot problem that forced him off at Marine, so hopefully he's okay to continue in this one.
Launch forward to Rowe, wins the first header, flicks it on. And Mac have got it near the corner flag here. Pemberton on overlap, it's crossed into the box. Fine. Dawson now just to the halfway line, plays it out to Fensham, running down towards the wing. 1-2. Starts for an early cross. Oh, it's one back by Worksop, who clear the lines. Chance now for Worksop with a forward, trying to find Rawlinson, but it's switched here to Hawkridge, who cuts inside. Kengney stops that progress, and Duffy wins it back.
Good recovery there from Matt, but Worksop still have it.
It's very end-to-end so far, this game.
Certainly is. Mac with some defending to do though here.
Plenty of space there for the Wedgbury. On the left, plays a ball towards the left. Early cross into the box, gathered by O'Keefe.
Did well there, O'Keefe. Redford was just...
Launches it forward to chasing Kengney. Kengney wins the header. To Rooney. Chance here for Curran. Curran's on his own. Takes on the goal. It's 1-0 Macclesfield. Centre of the goal, just to the edge of the 6-yard box. 1-0 Mac.
There we go. We give it to Luke and he gets us a goal. Excellent stuff. John Rooney it was who picked the ball up in midfield, slipped one into the channel. Alex Curran.
11th goal of the season there for Curran.
There we go. The stat man's on it as well. 11 goals for the season for Alex Curran. Mac getting the lead here, probably against the run of play. Do you think that's fair?
Yes.
But an excellent composed finish from Curran.
To the centre of the goal. 10 minutes left of this first half with, of course, additional time. Get us the Silkmen fans cheering.
It does, and I think that's important because didn't have much to cheer on Saturday, and there's not been too many moments of excitement in front of goal. But that's really the first chance, and Mac, clinical, take the lead.
As the kick-off ends. Launched to the left back. Plenty of space down there towards the halfway line. Plays it back inside. Looking for Rowlands. Atherton with the ball into centre. Wedgbury seems to be finding a lot of the ball, doesn't he, this half?
Always available, Wedgbury.
Yeah.
Good at finding little pockets of space, as is Hawkridge, who's on the ball now.
Yep. Oh, it's one back there by Mack in the centre of the park with Duffy. Duffy driving at the defence. He's got Danny Rowe free on the left. Danny Freezy going to cut in. Takes a cross to the left. Oh, across the box and out for a goal kick. Good chance there for Macclesfield to double their lead instantly, but no one was there on the end of it.
Just wonder if the pass to Danny Rowe forced him slightly wider than he would have liked. And then the cross, as you say, both Luke Duffy and Curran were trying to make their way in there, but couldn't quite get on the end of it. Good to see Matt looking dangerous, though.
Duffy, the centre on head injury. Game is now stopped for a head injury.
Yeah,
cause of concern here
for
the Worksop.
Is it Redford? I think Redford's gone down.
Instantly concerned with O'Keefe running to check if both players were okay, which is good to see, of course.
Definitely, yeah. Challenge between Heathcote and Redford led to that one. And another word again for Alex Curran, who just finished that first chance of the game for Mac a moment ago to give us the lead. It never really looked like he was going to miss, did it?
Nah. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, slots it under his legs.
And that is the difference at the moment. Mac with their first goal in a couple of games now.
Chance for both teams to take on a bit of fluid as the stoppage is here.
Yeah, we have talked about the lack of goal mouth opportunities and the fact that both keepers have not particularly been worked, but it has, I think, still been a decent game nonetheless.
Yes.
Thank you to the what are we on now, about 150 people that are tuning in. If you ever know any fans who are expats or don't travel to away games, or anyone at all who might be interested in a bit of commentary, please do share the link. It's always the same link for every Mac men's first team commentary here on Mixler, and we always appreciate good numbers. Makes us feel better about ourselves.
And of course they use the commentary for the highlights sometimes, do Macclesfield?
They do indeed, yes. That's another good plug, actually. Yeah, so the highlights from the Mac games on YouTube, Silkmen TV. If you search for Silkmen TV, you'll see the highlights. You usually get about a sort of 9-10 minute video package with some wonderful commentary from the likes of us, dubbed over the top. And some reaction from the manager as well, usually as well.
Good to see the Worksop player back on his feet. And referee's just going to give a drop ball here. Three minutes left at the first half, but there'll be a few with injury time. Matt will just launch it forward to the right, and it's gone out of play. With the centre half, and he launches it forward to the Worksop forward. but it's headed out of play, and Mac have a throw in down that right inside.
Yeah, I think a scrappy but slow end to the first half will probably suit Mac, who will probably come off slightly second best in general play, but do have the lead here.
Freddie Sass launches it forward to Duffy. It's well defended by Worksop, who launch it forward with Sam Heathcote pushed in the back there. Sam Heathcote pushed in the back there and wins a foul. Mac looking to fake it quickly, but the ref doesn't allow it, to allow Heathcote back up to his feet.
Heathcote.
John Rooney over the ball. Plays it to Duffy inside, just by the byline here. On the ball, plays it to Freddie Sass, turns to Duffy. Rooney's back on the ball here. Plays it back. Oh, Heathcote straight to the Worksop player. Now Rowlands has the ball down the right hand, looking for players in the box. But Macclesfield get back in numbers very quickly. With Rowlands still on the ball, and plays it inside. Looking for a cross and options. Gets a shot away, and it's just always going away from goal there from the Starchenko, number 8.
Yeah, Heathcote, the man who gave the ball away in midfield, which led to that opportunity, but as Luke said, he did well in the end to get back goal side, and then a poor effort from Starchenko, just rather sliced across that one. No danger to O'Keefe still.
Mac have set this up goal kick, and it's going to be hit towards the left-hand side, most likely to Kengney to head the ball on to Duffy. Kengney wins the ball first, and Sass hits it away back to Kengney, and he just flicks it out of play for a Worksop throw-in.
Yeah, again, a little bit of scrappiness creeping into this one.
Launch forward there to an unmarked Worksop play in the box, and it's covered there well by, and he hits it out for a Worksop throw-in.
Yeah, Fensom on the cover in behind Redford.
2 minutes left in the first half. Will Worksop be able to pull an equaliser here?
I think they're going to go for the long throw to try and do it, yeah.
Atherton over the ball.
Everyone back inside the box for Mac.
Looks for a quick option, but it's launched forward, and Kengney straight over the ball and hits it out only as far as their number 7. But Curran does well to win the ball back, and O'Keefe launches it forward, gives Mac time to get out. Straight to work. 1-2 there with the right back, Atherton, who's just by the touchline. Finds Rowlands. Atherton takes over down that right wing, but it's good defending there from Sass.
He seems to have done himself a bit of a mischief there again as he slid in. He's back to his feet. Again, though, it will be that long throw.
Throw in. Oh, no, they opt for a quick short one. Plays it back to Atherton. Atherton run him. Tries to get across him. Tackled there by Duffy, and out for a Macclesfield goal kick.
Yeah, Hawkridge unable to wrap his boot around that one and steer it back in play. Are we nearly
at half time?
So I'm just having a look to see what Judd's going to indicate here. He's in position with the board. What do you reckon, couple?
Three with that stoppage in the goal.
He's going for 3. Let's see.
As O'Keefe over the ball, taking the goal kick. Launches it forward to Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe wins the flick on to Curran, but hands to Bencherif is there to head the ball away. 3 minutes have been added on.
Spot on, Luke. I like it.
Mac have got a throw in. Pemberton over the throw in and puts it down. Looking to set something up here is John Rooney. Plays it all the way back to O'Keefe in goal. Worksop pressing. Pemberton. Worksop win the ball. Henson. O'Keefe now with the ball. Inside his box, launches it forward. This ball centre of the park. Worksop now have the ball. With Atherton at the right, who launches it forward to Rowlands. Rowlands with a touch. Beats Sass, but Macclesfield cover there. Sass back on the ball. It's John Rooney. John Rooney on the touchline, working the ball. Closed down by 2 Worksop players. Out for a throw-in, and it's a Macclesfield throw.
Did well there in the end. John Rooney under pressure from a couple of Worksop players. Got him side of throat. The referee just having a little word with Sam Wedgbury, who's threatening to boil over as we approach half-time. Still full of energy.
Freddie Sass launches the ball forward. Kegney loses the header. Rooney sticks his head in to get the forward. Now with Worksop down that left hand side. Finds the left winger. Pemberton does well to cover. Launched straight forward by Mac. Pemberton wins it back in the centre of the park. Finds Rowe. Rowe wins the header. Straight to a Worksop player in the middle. Bit of space here now for Worksop down that left. Plays it inside to Wedgbury. Wedgbury plays it out to the right. Back to Wedgbury. Cuts inside. Still Worksop still the ball too. Near the edge of the box. Pemberton clears to Rowe. Rowe wins the ball on the turn. But well covered there by Worksop defender. Dawson now, captain, on his own. Turns near the box. Looking for an option. To Pemberton, shoots from far out, and it's blocked by the Worksop defender. And that is half time here at the Leasing.com Stadium with Macclesfield 1, Worksop 0.
Excellent stuff, Luke. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, so we've reached the half-time point here at the Leasing.com. Mac taking the lead after 36 minutes. Alex Curran with a lovely composed finish after a nice through ball from John Rooney. A tight game, not too many efforts on goal apart from that. Hamza Ben Sharif with the only shot on target for the visitors with a good header after 33 minutes. Mac almost got a second straight away actually as Danny Rowe put in a low cross from the left after 37 minutes, but Alex Curran and Luke Duffy couldn't quite slide in and get there at the back post. And that's the tale of the tape really in terms of the opportunities in the first half. The game played at a good tempo with limited chances so far, and the players straight down the tunnel. And we'll go and take a little break ourselves, and we'll be back with second half commentary for you in around about 10 minutes time. Hello everybody, welcome back to Macclesfield FC Mixler channel for second half commentary of this Northern Premier League Premier Division fixture between Macclesfield FC and Worksop Town. At the break it's 1-0 to Mac. 36-minute goal from Alex Curran is the difference as the Mac team make their way out of the tunnel. Worksop have been sent out
Early.
a minute early.
Yep. Going through their paces with a quick running drill in the centre of the park.
And how do you think the second half's going to play out then, Luke?
The Macclesfield definitely need to get an early goal here to put Worksop under pressure, because they'll probably put a lot more pressure on this half to try and get the equaliser and then perhaps go on and get another goal to try and win the game.
There's always the spectre as well of Liam Hughes, who we've seen warming up at half time. We've talked about him a lot today. We've given him a big build up, but he remains on the bench for now. The 15-goal top scorer for Worksop. 42 goals last season, but he's remaining down there with his tracksuit on. Mac unchanged in this second half, so if you're just joining us, the Mac lineup: O'Keefe in goal, a back three of Fensom, Heathcote and Sass, wing backs Pemberton and Kengney, midfield three Curran, Dawson, who's the captain, and Rooney, and then Luke Duffy playing just behind Danny Rose, making his first start for the Silkmen. Morpeth also. Morpeth? Lost the plot here. Worksop also unchanged, and it's they who kick off the second half, trailing by a goal to nil. I'm sure they won't panic yet. Plenty of experience in the Worksop side as they try and pick up the second ball here. Dawson, though, gets in ahead of his man but can't prevent the throw. Got there ahead of Hall, who, as Luke mentioned in the first half, 9 goals for Luke Hall so far this season. Midfielder who joined in February 22 from Sheffield FC, so he's moved up a level and looks at home in the Northern Premier League. There's Cooper, the Worksop keeper, in red with the black tiger stripes. He goes long this time, looking for Redford. Just eased under the ball by Heathcote, but Worksop pick up the second ball. Starchenko, who had an effort wide from the edge of the area in the first half. His pass forward is a poor one and given away. And now Sass will slam one down the left wing. Ben Sharif, though, gets there. Chips one forward again, looking for Redford. His header, though, can't find a teammate and is out for a throw in the left-back position.
The game has started in a similar way it did to the first half, with both teams trying to get control here at the Leeson.com Stadium, but it's very end-to-end at the moment.
Yeah, it was a funny first half in many ways. I think Worksop had more of the terror streak. Mac probably the better of the chances. I don't think Worksop are going to change the way they play here, looking to get the wingers on the ball.
Especially up to Rollins. He's looked very quick down that right wing, and they've constantly looked for the ball forward to him diagonally. That's questionable use of the body there from Worksop.
Yes, and it's won a throw in. Redford, who nipped in ahead of Pemberton and then just made contact with Curran. Those two going nose to nose for a moment. Thankfully, calm heads prevail. It is at Worksop throw. Just inside the Mac half down there, left-hand side. Wild with it. The left back just looking for options. Now gets it back onto the field. Worksop, though, can't retain possession. Danny Rowe gives the ball away as he tried to win it on halfway. And now Wild in Mac territory. Looking for options. Going to be forced back here. Instead goes square to Hawkridge. Hawkridge holds off Dawson. Nice ball into the channel for Hall. Hall buys himself some room. Back to Hawkridge, who can cross right foot. It's a good one towards the far post, and O'Keefe gathers there ahead of Redford. Just pats it down and gathers at the second attempt.
Duffy there wanted the ball quite quickly released there from O'Keefe, but O'Keefe held on to it and told the players to calm down, get a bit of control.
Early stages of the second half. Mac 1, Worksop 0 as Mac go long, looking for Luke Duffy, who's popped up on the left here. Kengney inside him. Duffy now takes the ball square, goes into Curran. Curran forced backwards now into Dawson. Dawson rattles one into Rowe. Rowe will try and turn onto that right foot. Shooting chance for Rowe, and it's deflected behind off the heel of Ben Sharif. And an early corner for Mac with 3.5 minutes played here in the second period.
Good chance up there from Rowe, taking it on his right foot.
He worked his way into the first half, I think it's fair to say, making his first start. Not up to full match sharpness, but you can see the goal-scoring instincts there. Gaining himself a yard of space on the edge, and he's won a corner for Mac, which Luke Duffy will take from the Silkman left. Big crowd in the 6-yard box. In comes the ball, but Cooper able to gather inside his 6-yard box. Cooper looks to distribute quickly, bowls it out to Hawkridge, and Hawkridge just calms things down by laying off to Wedgbury. Worksop now looking to work forward down the left, but Hawkridge took his eye off the ball under pressure from Curran, and throw to Mac on halfway. Goes back to Fensom, who's playing on the right side of a back three. Fensom into the feet of Curran. Curran just buys himself a yard, but then shows too much to Hall. Nice touch from Hawkridge. Now back into the feet of Hall. He gets away from Heathcote, but then runs into Dawson. And Sass able to clear into touch over here on the left. That throw in is taken back into Hawkridge, who's been busy in the second half. Had 45 minutes rest on Saturday, courtesy of 2 yellow cards against Bradford Park Avenue. As he plays a long ball now, Hawkridge, looking for the run down the left-hand side of Wild, and then Wild just grabs a hold of Pemberton and pulls him to the floor. Thought he should have had a corner. Instead, it's a free kick to Mac, basically on the touchline. O'Keefe will take. Measured start to the second half for Mac. We now had 5 minutes of it. As O'Keefe goes long, looking for Danny Rowe. Ben Sharif, though, wins the ball in the air. And it's flicked on well there by Redford. Dawson gets in there and eventually Fensom once more, but it's turned over here by Worksop. Good play by Hall, who steps away from the first challenge. Plays it square to Wild. Wild in field, shooting chance for Wedgbury. Instead tries to play one into the channel for Rollins, intercepted, and Matt will try and break down their left. Kengley's on his bike here and halfway. Kengley just knocks the ball around the outside of Atherton, squares it now into Luke Duffy towards the penalty area, and then there's a foul by Atherton on the edge of the Mac box.
Certainly going to be a yellow card here there for the Worksop defender, with Mac had a very good chance to find the double.
It was Atherton, I think he was on the recovery run. Just bowled into the back of one of the Mac players as they were attacking the box. It's a free kick about 3 or 4 yards outside the box, left of centre. And referee just taking his time over the booking. And Mac are going to make a change in the interim period. Freddie Sass will hobble off here. Did pick up a little bit of a knock in the first half and was withdrawn away at Marine a couple of games ago. And he's going to be replaced by number 15, Brandon Lee.
That was a good run that by Kengley to win the ball back just out in front of the halfway line and to run then. And play it inside to Duffy, who instantly wins a free kick. Sass is obviously feeling an injury from the first half perhaps.
Brandon Lee on. We'll see how that changes the formation. If and when that changes the formation. And now we turn our attentions back to this attacking free kick. As I said, just left of centre, 5 yards outside the box. Danny Rowe, John Rooney and Paul Dawson now backing away. Excuse me, so Rooney or Rowe to strike. Cooper readies himself in the Worksop goal. I'm going for a Danny Rowe thunderbolt here. Rowe now approaches the ball, right-footed, straight into the wall. Powerful strike, back into the possession of Mac though. Attack still ongoing as John Rooney picks it up on the left. Crossing opportunity, Rooney just holding on to it here. Now flees Brandon Lee down the left-hand side, and Brandon Lee just strays offside. And the opportunity lost.
First involvement there for Brandon Lee since coming on.
Straight into the action. So looking at the lineup, I think Trey Pemberton is going to go to right-sided centre-back. Fensom in the middle, Heathcote on the left, which means Brandon Lee left wing-back, Neil Kengley right wing-back, but we'll see, unless we've gone to a back four. Can't quite tell at the moment as Worksop come forward. Good challenge by Pemberton. The ball might fall kindly, and does here for Hall. He squares it left. Wild with a high cross from the left. It hangs in the air. Goes all the way across the area. Rollins in there with Lee. Lee nudges him off the ball, and Lee does well to clear down the left. Ben Sharif, though, steps across. Wins possession nicely for the visitors. And now Hawkridge carries it forward before switching a good-looking ball left to the chest of Wild. Wild able to bring it down and play it into Hall. Hall, though, immediately challenged by Pemberton. Throw-in goes Worksop's way. I think Mac have now actually gone to a back four as Worksop get the throw-in quickly. Back to Wedgbury. Wedgbury will cross from deep. Looking for Rollins on the far side. Header comes back towards the penalty spot, but it's behind all the men in yellow. Rooney then dispossessed, but Rooney battles well to win it back and finds Curran. Curran can free Kengney if he plays it right. Just overhits the ball. Kengney will chase, though, down the right. Worksop keeper. Cooper gets there, though. And the Worksop again will build from deep as Hawkridge rolls away from Dawson. Just holds onto the ball inside his own half and now will go for a big switch himself. It's a good one as well to Rollins on that left-hand side. Rollins now, right-footed cross. Dangerous-looking ball, headed clear by Fensom. And John Rooney will scamper across to pick it up in a right-back position. Rooney now just turns. Plays a very risky square ball, which is seized upon by Worksop. Fortunately, falls back into Rooney's possession after good work from Curran. And then Rooney can complete the pass square to Brandon Lee.
Yeah, John Rooney there showing a bit of his experience and composure on the ball there after losing the ball to win the ball back straight away.
Absolutely, yeah. He's always going to ask for it, is Rooney, but he's given it away once more. Hawkridge nips in. Here come Worksop towards the Mac box, but it's overrun this time by Starchenko. And then Rooney can help it back to
bit of the commentator's curse there.
We've done it already. You did get us a goal, though, pretty quickly into your stint. Sass off Leon, just for those of you who are joining us. Enforced change by Mac early in the second period. We are still 1-0 to Mac. 56 minutes played here at the leasing.com. Worksop having a good 2 or 3 minute spell here. Looking dangerous. And forward they come once more. Redford turns away from Fensom. Chance to play it right, but instead he goes square to Ben Sharif, who rumbles forward over halfway. Ben Sharif, the Worksop skipper, content to keep the ball moving around here, Worksop, as Wedgbury now chips one in towards the area, headed away by Fensom and Dawson, but it's only as far as Hawkridge. Hawkridge from a central position carries forward, now goes square, Wild on it. Back into Hawkridge, Curran with him. Hawkridge does well, though. Pops it square again to Wedgbury. Mac working hard here. As Wild comes centrally, picks it up. He goes towards the right. Instead goes back to Wedgbury. Wedgbury chips one forward to Rollins, who's popped up centrally. Now to the left and Hawkridge. Hawkridge onto the right foot. Feints to shoot. Still carries it, does Hawkridge. Looking for options. Pemberton with him. So Hawkridge just rolls it square to Hall. Hall goes inside Kengney with ease. Still Hall. Now into Rollins. Looking to turn it onto his left foot. Left-hand side of the box. Cross comes in from Rollins. And it's behind. Off Fensom for a corner. Good passage of play that from Worksop.
Yeah, Mac had to be a bit patient there to not get them in the space. And it goes out for a corner.
Yeah, good discipline from Mac as well, just to hold their spot, not try and dive in and get too frustrated by that spell of possession. Corner from the Worksop left. Hawkridge will swing it in.
Once again, it looks like Worksop are crowding the 6-yard box.
They are, and a little bit too much grappling for the referee's liking in there. Harry Tarrant, the referee today. Not too much to do so far. Long may that continue. As the corner now comes in towards the far post. Rollins underneath it, heads it back across goal. The heads go up, it's bouncing around the penalty area, and Danny Rowe able to chest one down and clear towards Curran. Matt can't hold on to it though. And now Dawson will play a superb volleyed pass out left to Luke Duffy. Duffy slowed down by Wedgbury, but still has it. Good turn by Luke Duffy, away from two men. Now plays it forward to Kengney, and Kengney can't quite bring it under control. And Taft happy to let the ball roll through to Cooper. As Worksop again go long. Redford beaten in the air by Heathcote. And good play there by Dawson and Fensham just to slow things down. Knock it back to O'Keefe, who will clear left-footed, looking for Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe just beaten to it by Ben Sharif. And now Danny Rowe gets a toe in to stop an attack, but only gives the ball back to Ben Sharif. Again, Worksop monopolising the ball in the second half as Hawkridge goes long, but it's overhit in his attempt to find Rollins and all the way through to O'Keefe.
Yeah, Macca looks like they're playing with a back four now, and Fensham has gone into that right-sided centre-back position.
Does, yeah, much more familiar back four for Mac after that change. Sass off and Lee on early in the second period, enforced through injury.
And another change here as well, with Kane Drummond set to be coming on.
Kane Drummond into the fray. Kane wearing number 17 this evening.
And that's Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe being ushered off the pitch now as he comes off on his home debut for Macclesfield with a good 50 odd minutes. Rowe on home debut, would you say?
I think so, yeah. Pretty unlikely when we saw him on the team sheet that he would make it through to the 90-minute mark. But he's done his best out there to occupy the Worksop defenders. Shown a few moments and definitely working his way back to match sharpness. Just one shot that was blocked behind by Ben Sharif. And now a different challenge for Worksop because Kane Drummond is a bit of a live wire.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes up top or if it'll be Curran.
As Neil Kengley does well in midfield, just battling with Hawkridge and then eventually hauls Hawkridge to the ground. The two number 7s. It does look like Drummond's going to be up top. We're going to need the ball over the top to him or to his feet because Ben Sharif and Taft got good half a foot on him. And Cooper, the visiting goalkeeper, will take the free kick, goes short to Wedgbury. Still no sign of any changes from Worksop. Mac have made 2 already. As we're now on 61 minutes played. Mac 1, Worksop 0. No further goals as yet in the second half. And the ball's at the back for Worksop with Ben Sharif, who just travels over halfway and then tries to switch one. Plays over the top and it goes behind Hall and out for a throw. Poor pass that from Hamza Ben Sharif. And that gives Mac a throw, which right back as he is now. Trey Pemberton will take. Go short to Rooney. Good 1-2 between the pair of them. And then Pemberton just happy to play the ball off Starlenko. Wins a throw in for his side, which Heathcote goes back to Heathcote. He goes long, looking for Drummond. Drummond backing into Taft, but Ben Sharif mops up nicely. And Cooper smashes one long down the centre of the field. Rollins beaten by Heathcote. Ball falls to Hawkridge, but his touch is poor, as is Rooney's. And now it's right to Rollins. First chance for him to take on Brandon Lee. Lee just showing him a bit of respect. Rollins goes back to Hawkridge. This is down the left for Worksop. Hawkridge is forced backwards, but now Taft, the centre half, in comfortable possession inside the centre circle. A little bit of space here for Starlenko down the left. He goes to Hall. Hall up against Pemberton, takes him to the byline. Just feints. Pemberton, though, watches the ball well. And Pemberton now has it. Knocks it back to Fensham, whose clearance is dummied by Curran. Only picked up there by Wedgbury. Now Hawkridge. Support outside him on the right-hand side from Atherton. Instead, they go through the middle and give the ball away. As Rooney pokes one left, looking for Drummond. Drummond with his first chance to go at Ben Sharif, but Ben Sharif just leans into him. Takes the ball from him. And it's back to Cooper. Don't really want to see Drummond going shoulder to shoulder with Ben Sharif, do we?
No, there's a bit of a height difference now top there. The towering centre half, would you say?
As Cooper goes long. Redford beaten in the air by Fensham. Rooney battling in there with Starlenko as well. And Brandon Lee just knocks it back to O'Keefe as a bit of calm descends over the Leeson.com. Starchenko tries to put Mac under pressure, but we get the ball long. Drummond can't win it though, and it's now back at the feet of Starchenko, who takes a lovely touch to turn away from Dawson. Left to Hall. Hall's going to drive into a central area. Back to Starchenko. Good square ball from him. The full back forward down this right-hand side. Does well to keep it in there, Atherton. Back to Wedgbury in a crossing position. Wedgbury chips one towards the far post. O'Keefe's on his way. And O'Keefe gathers there above Redford. Even better, he's bowled it out to Neil Kengney. Space for Kengney now, down the right-hand side. Kengney at full tilt. Wedgbury coming across with him. And Wedgbury recovers well. Gets a toe in. And I think it's going to be a throw-in right by the corner flag to Mac.
Another good drive and run there by Kengney down that right-hand side. Earning Mac a throw-in.
One thing Kengney does is when he gets it, he
just
drives us forward. Just gets his team up the pitch. And has done a good job again there. As we're now at 64 and a half minutes into this game. Mac 1. Worksop 0. Mac working it short from that throw-in into Kengney. Kengney looking to lay one off to Curran. Shooting opportunity left-footed. It's blocked by Taft. Kengney picks up the second ball against Moore. And Dawson does well there to step away from his man in midfield. Forward it goes to Curran. Good touch from him. Drummond's lay off towards Rooney. Asked a bit much of Rooney, but Rooney's done well ahead of Hawkridge. And now it's out left to Luke Duffy. Lee ahead of him. Duffy, though, drives inside. Looking to shoot from distance, but he cuts across that one. And it's high and wide. And behind for a goal kick.
More activity down below on the Macclesfield bench by the looks of it.
We have seen in recent weeks Matt quite happy to use their substitutes early. On Saturday away at Morpeth, we used all three within the hour. And we've lasted a little bit longer tonight, but looks like that third and final change has been readied as Cooper, the goalkeeper for Worksop, goes long. Good header from Redford. Starchenko's tackle, but the ball forced to Hawkridge. He goes wide along the ground to Rollins. Rollins and Lee, good battle between those two. Lee goes to ground and just gets enough on it to turn it behind for a corner. Corner to Worksop. The Tigers will have this set piece, which Terry Hawkridge will take from their right-footed corner to come. Good number of players in there as the corner comes in towards the far post. O'Keefe fumbles and there's a foul given against Rollins, I think, for backing in on a goalkeeper. And I think it's going to be Luke Murphy that will take the field here for Mac. It is. So Luke Murphy wearing number 12 this evening. He is going to replace the scorer of Mac's opening goal so far this evening, number 10, Alex Curran. What do you make of Curran's afternoon?
He's had a very good afternoon, obviously adding another goal to his tally for the season.
And Luke Murphy, the man coming on, so I think he will sit alongside Paul Dawson. Just try and calm things down in that midfield area, give us a little bit more control. As O'Keefe restarts with a long goal kick looking for Dawson. Dawson flicks it on. Hawkridge returns the favour for Worksop. And now Hall looking to step away from Pemberton. Does so. Hall driving towards the area. Twisting, turning. Goes down under the challenge from Dawson. And the referee is pointing to the spot there. A driving run it was from Luke Hall. Fensham just backed off a little bit. Dawson made the challenge. He was the wrong side. Referee was well placed. What's your view on that one?
It looked like a penalty. Did he have to go into that challenge? Perhaps not, but when you leave a trailing leg, he's going to go. He went down and Worksop with the opportunity to equalise now from the spot.
They certainly do.
With just over 20 minutes left of the game.
Hawkridge, the man to step forward. Connor O'Keefe between the sticks for Mac. And Hawkridge being made to wait. He won't mind. He's a very experienced campaigner himself. He's going to step up rather, and take this penalty right-footed. Big effort being made behind the goal by the Mac fans to put him off. Don't think it will. Right-footed penalty from Hawkridge. It's saved by O'Keefe. Saved and behind for the corner.
A really good save that there from O'Keefe. Down to his right and low down to his right. Just savable height for O'Keefe. Oh.
Corner comes in towards the far post. Heads go up. It's flicked towards the line. It's in. It's Rollins who scores. And just seconds after the penalty was saved, Rollins reacts quickest at the far post to tap one in. Well. The atmosphere changes in an instant, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And it's been given as Taft in the ground. The big number 6. I thought it was Rollins. The main thing is that Worksop have got themselves back into it after the penalty was saved, the Hawkridge penalty. They didn't have to wait long from the resulting corner. Chaos at the back for Mac. Worksop level, and Luke now can take you through to full time in this one.
20 minutes left here. Mac take the kick off all the way back to Fensham, who takes the time back to O'Keefe, who just launches it forward to the centre end. It's in the centre of the park. Battle. Foul in the centre of the park. The atmosphere has certainly changed here at the Leeson.com Stadium after that goal now.
Just looking at football web pages, they've got George Taft as the scorer as well. You have to watch the highlights for that one. Strong challenge there by Pemberton on Wedgbury in midfield, which is giving this free kick. Hawkridge, the man who missed the penalty, will take it.
The scorer for Worksop in the 70th minute was number 6, George Taft.
Free kick is taken towards the back post and it's headed across the goal. Bit of a goalmouth scramble. It's back to Hawkridge on the edge of the box, and it's shot from the box, and it's just wide there from the Worksop.
Wedgbury it was in the end who took on the strike. Certainly fired up for this one, but didn't get a good contact on that. Dragged it well wide.
O'Keefe sends the ball forward to Kane Drummond, who wins it, and Dawson now looks to set Kingley free in. Worksop win the second ball. Launch forward again. Bit of tennis there. John Rooney comes across and gives it to Pemberton to take the throw in. Just to the right of the Silkman dugout. And it's cleared away there by Worksop. Fensham comes across in the backhand. It's a Silkman throw in once again.
I'm really surprised here. I know Worksop have just dragged themselves back into this one, that they've not dipped onto that bench. Some good players on there. Persisting with the 11 that started this one.
O'Keefe now with the ball. Plays it out to Fensham, just to the right of the box. Back to Heathcote. Drives forward just to the centre. Passes it to Dawson, who plays it to Brandon Lee on the left-hand side. Back to Heathcote. Heathcote now is into space and plays it all the way across to Fensham, who launches it forward straight to Starchenko in the middle of the park. Now by the centre circle, launches it forward to Rollins. Rollins on the run here, down the right-hand flank. Looks for an early cross, and it's all the way across, and it's headed away there well by Pemberton.
Yeah, good header by Pemberton at the
for
far
a throw
post.
in to Worksop.
Hall it was who was closing in behind him. Worksop have themselves another throw after the first one was cleared.
The ball's been kept there. There we go. Wild over the throw in. Well, back now. And, another throw here to Worksop. One there by John Rooney. Kegney is down, but the referee waves away to John Rooney with a bit of a high foot there. Ref waves away to the corner. And it is a goal kick to Macclesfield. And a booking for John Rooney for simulation there.
Or dissent, perhaps. He felt he was fouled, didn't he? By
certainly was a high foot, but into the 75th minute now. O'Keefe over the goal kick. Launches it long. Instantly cleared away by Worksop into the middle of the park. Fenton looking to win the ball back. Great covering challenge there by Pemberton to win the ball back. Hawkridge with the ball now. Just by the line. Plays it back to Wild. To Taff, rather. The ball bouncing. Heathcote wins the ball to centre. Works up with the ball now. Down that line through. Number 9, Hull, who's driving at Pemberton. Cuts inside, plays it inside. Back all the way back now to the centre circle. Works up at the ball. Back to the right back. Plenty of space now for Worksop to work the ball forward, and it's launch long with the ball. Redfern challenge outside. Looking for a cross. Crossed in now to the centre of the box. A header, and it's just wide.
Should Rollins have done better there, is my question.
The first header was missed, and then at the far post, just to the right of the post. And guess Lee did enough there to put him off as it sailed past the post, and now O'Keefe over the ball.
Strange header in many ways, because it sort of flicked towards the far post.
Yeah.
He thought he'd try and head it across the keeper.
Yeah. Dawson wins the header, flicks it on. Kane Drummond. John Rooney now. Kane Drummond now. It's free and edges the box and cuts across, and it's well saved. Oh, by Cooper there. Good chance there by Kane Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond it was, breaking down the left-hand side. Took the shot on at the near post because there was 3 Worksop defenders covering, making the cross difficult. Just squirmed behind off the leg of Cooper. That could have gone anywhere, really.
Now Mac have a corner. It is a deep corner to the far post. It's all the way across the box, and it's a goal kick to Worksop.
Yeah, too much on that set piece from...
That's certainly not from the training ground.
Not from ours, anyway. No, a bit of a waste, that one, from Rooney.
See what he's doing, trying to play at the back post, but there just was no one there. And now Cooper launches the ball forward. Dawson lets the ball over his head and push in the back there, as the ref has seemed, and it's a foul to Worksop.
Good position again to put a quality delivery into the Mac box from this one.
Hawkridge is just in to the left of the Mac half. Launches it, a low cross to the bar post, and it ball bounces, and it's a foul there. And Mac of a foul, just inside the box, and want to get on with it quickly. Sub here now for the visitors with Colin Daniel coming on to replace number 15, Vaughan Redford.
Substitution for Worksop. Replacing number 15, Vaughan Redford, is number 17, Colin Daniel.
So welcome back to Matt for Colin Daniel. Great service from him over 3 seasons here, and he's going to go up top, I think.
For the last 11 or so minutes. Throwing to Mac. Brandon Lee over the ball. Just to the left of the centre circle, looking to launch it forward. All the way back to O'Keefe now. Gives it to Heathcote. Heathcote advances up the pitch and plays it to Kane Drummond. Brandon Lee looks to feint and get the ball past. Works up left wing, right winger, and Fenton on the cover, wins the ball back and hits it forward towards Kane Drummond, who Ben Sharif is there. Kane Drummond to Dawson. Dawson now to the right, looking for a cross, but the Barface still there, down the flank now. Still on the flank, and it's across the goal, all the way across, and falls now to Murphy, who heads it, and Kane Drummond is offside. Coming back from offside position there, Kane Drummond. Another chance there, Mac playing across the goal, but once again, there wasn't a Mac player there on the end of it.
It was a nice cross actually from Dawson, who was rather forced into that position by his touch taking him wide.
Dawson now sends the ball, launches it forward to Kane Drummond to run, but Hamza Ben Sharif there, heads the ball and sweeps up. Hawkridge now, down the left hand side, drives at the Mac defence and cuts inside now. Still inside, looking for an option. Plays it all the way across, and it's Brandon Lee well defending now. Now Brandon Lee is in plenty of space to drive down that left hand side. With only Kane Drummond up top, Mac now slowly gather up the pitch. And still got the ball, Brandon Lee. Still got it, and Worksop defenders there. Win the ball back.
Took 3
inside
of
their
them,
box.
didn't it?
Yeah. Kane Drummond now. Is pushed in the back in. A free kick now to Macclesfield. No complaints there from the Worksop defenders. Clear push in the back.
Poor challenge from Ben Sharif, who didn't need to make it, just barging into the back of Drummond, and it's a good position now for the set piece. Rooney to deliver one, I think.
John Rooney clips the ball, hits the wall. Now Worksop are on the break here. Down the left hand side, waiting for options forward, and Trey Benson does well to block it, and he's still got it. Through Hawkridge on that left. Crosses it into a man at the back who's free. Takes time. Cuts towards the byline. It's crossed and Worksop corner.
Good defender in the end. It was John Rooney who was all the way back there with...
was it Starchenko?
It was indeed Starchenko, who found himself free at the back momentarily. Worksop probably a little bit disappointed not to get a shot away in that, because they were 3-on-3. They do have a corner though.
Just a little over 8 or so minutes left of the game. It's now played across into corner to the middle of the goal, and it's 1 again. Oh, it's 2-1. Go in the centre of the box there from Worksop and free. Rollins there on the score sheet. He's looked threatening all night and clips the ball through Keith in the centre of the goal. 2-1.
Yeah, it's definitely Rollins this time. He got the ball off the knockdown from the set piece. Pemberton wasn't able to nick it off him, and Rollins back to goal, hooked it from inside the 6-yard box past O'Keefe, who had no time to react. And the Worksop hit the front here. with just 6 minutes to play.
The 84th minute, the number 11, Jay Rowley.
And Mac now with 6 minutes plus added time to do something about this.
Fenton now looking to launch the ball forward from the kickoff to Dawson. Dawson does well there to keep it in. Brandon Lee launches it forward to Luke Duffy. Luke Duffy still on the ball by the box. 3 Worksop players around him and cuts outside. Still Luke Duffy on the edge of the box, and it's a corner for Macclesfield.
Good play from Duffy.
Corners. Think of playing it short there, but stick to the ball in the box. Once again played deep. Hit it. Well saved there on the line there by Worksop with a good shot there. Just on the 6-yard box, and Mac started the ball with on the left with Duffy, runs in, and another corner there for Mac. Very good defending on the line there.
It was Ben Sharif who cleared it away from the driven effort from John Rooney. That was definitely going in, but for Ben Sharif.
Another deep crossing from Mac at the far post, and Cooper gathers well.
Yeah, good play actually from the visiting keeper because he's under pressure from Sam Heathcote.
Hawkridge now down the left with an early ball over the top, and Pemberton covers and sweeps to Luke Murphy. Now Fenton with the ball. Plays it to Keith. O'Keefe.
Just remembering that tonight we're coming to this one. Mac were 5th, Worksop 6th.
Point behind.
Point behind. They'd lost 1 game in 12. That was against Radcliffe. And they look like they're going to continue that good run here.
And of course, at the moment, Mac are unbeaten at home.
Correct.
Brandon Lee now, the ball left hand side, plays it inside. No. Heathcote now switches the ball to Brandon Lee. Luke Duffy now. Brandon Lee on the overlap. Looks for an early ball. It's well there, blocked there by the Worksop defender. Clears it away for Fenton, and Fenton just passes the ball out of play to Brandon Lee, but Brandon Lee was unable to get there. Another change now for Worksop as number 16. Jack Broadhead is on to replace
Number 7.
To replace Terry Hawkridge.
Played well, Hawkridge, in the middle of the park. Lots of energy in there, and no little quality as well. He's done well for his side. And Jack Broadhead into the action.
Throw comes in now there for Worksop. Launches the ball forward. Might look for the early ball forward as it's one back, but Worksop win the ball back in the middle of the park. John Rooney launches it forward. Looking for Ken Drummer, who's unable to bring it down. It's launched forward again, once again by Worksop. Now Trey Pemberton. Kengney now. Just Worksop half. Pemberton looking to release him early. Just headed away though by Worksop once again. Rooney wins the ball for Macclesfield throw-in.
Just 90 seconds now of normal time left.
Early ball forward there by Macclesfield, and Luke Duffy now. Edge of the, just by the byline. Looking to cut inside, and Brandon Lee now. On his left foot, looking for a pass. Sliding challenge there from the Worksop right winger. Kicking it forward. Straight to Fenton, who finds Heathcote on the other side. Back to Murphy. Murphy launches a quick ball forward and it's headed away by Ben Sharif. John Rooney now slips the ball to Lee. Lee with plenty of time now. Plays it forward to Kane Drummond. Dawson now. Dawson tries to turn, touches. Finds John Rooney. John Rooney plays it inside. Kane Drummond across the goal, and keeper unable to parries it out, and Worksop still has the ball right by the line, and it's cleared by Worksop. And Macclesfield have a throw in, looking to find the equaliser. Fenton now back on the right side of defence. Plenty of space. Still driving is Fenton. Plays it out to Kane Drummond. Fenton looking for the overlap, and Kane Drummond runs. And it's a corner ball. 5 minutes of additional time here at the Leasing.com Stadium for Macclesfield to find an equaliser or even a winner. And John Rooney over the ball for the corner. Launches it in the box with free hand. Over the bar. Kicks it.
Difficult one that for Fenton, who ran across the front of George Taft.
Always difficult there on the half volley from Fenton.
Definitely, yeah.
Would have had to keep it down, but flies over the bar. As Cooper looks to run the clock down a tiny bit.
And he's got 4 minutes 20 seconds to do so. I think he'll probably end up taking the goal kick before that.
Yeah. There we go, Cooper launches it forward. Dawson lets it fly. Fenton wins header. Heathcote mops up and hits it forward to Kane Drummond. Pemberton wins the ball and it's a free kick to Mac. Mac looking to get on with it quickly. Dawson works up. Starchenko over the ball. Booked for standing too close in front of the ball, try and waste a bit of time. Fenton plays it out to Heathcote. Heathcote just over the halfway line now. Plays it to Fenton. Fenton lofts the ball to Pemberton and he's unable to control it. Works up after the ball and just launch it forward. Straight to Fenton.
Good stuff this from Mac.
Heathcote to Lee. Lee now cuts inside, plays it back to Heathcote. Heathcote switches the play to John Rooney. John Rooney lofts the ball to the back post. Dawson wins the header. Cleared by Worksop. All the way to Fenton. Now Fenton to John Rooney. John Rooney lofts the ball for it. Starchenko gets in the way. Straight to a Mac player there as Heathcote has the ball. Finds John Rooney just to the right here now. Chips the ball to Pemberton. Pemberton wins the header and goes down. Referee waves away the challenge and Worksop, and Kane Drummond wins the ball. Offer a Worksop throw in just by the corner flag.
Yeah, I think good decision there from the ref. It's Hall in the end who was doing the defensive work, the number 9. Just
wasting a bit. Working the clock down now. Worksop.
Entitled to do so. They've got 2 minutes of the added 5 left for play here. And looking good for 3 points on the road here, our Worksop.
Heathcote. O'Keefe now with the ball. Plays it to Heathcote. Heathcote drives over the halfway line to Lee. Lee now back to Heathcote. Fenton now. Fenton finds Murphy. Pemberton now. Still with the ball, driving. Oh. Good challenge in there by Stajchenko once again on his defensive duties. And Hull was then able to keep it in play. Fenton throws the ball to O'Keefe. The ball needs to go forward now from Mac. Here's Brandon. Is that Luke Murphy in the box? Still with the ball in the box. The ball blown and it's offside. Ball in the net, but offside. Yeah,
it's offside up much earlier in the move for against Luke Duffy down the left. I'm not sure he was, to be honest, but the assistant referee much closer than we are.
30 seconds now left.
You feel that was the last chance, really, from that move. Was Curran asking to come off in the 67th minute at 1-0 up? No, I don't think Curran was asking to come off, but the move to bring Murphy on was probably a little bit about getting some defensive solidity. As it was, we conceded from that set piece about a minute afterwards.
Cooper is now booked for wasting time.
It's the Worksop keeper who will not care one bit about that.
Now, the 5 minutes have been played now, but sure there'll be an extra 30 or so seconds. Cooper over the ball. Launches it forward. One there by Heathcote. Throw in now. On that right hand side. For Worksop.
I think this will be it,
This will be in the corner. Launch to the corner. A shot from distance there from Worksop. O'Keefe now launches the ball forward. Must be the last chance now for Mac. Once again cleared by Worksop. Heathcote to Fenton. Fenton drives the ball over the halfway line to Pemberton. Pemberton launches it to the far post. Dawson loses the head and it's and there goes the full-time whistle here at the Leasing.com Stadium. As Macclesfield 1, Worksop 2.
And a home defeat for Mark Duffy's men here at the Leasing.com. First time this season that they've fallen to a defeat. Well played in this one for Worksop. They were 1-0 down at the break. Alex Curran with a goal after 36. But they got themselves back into it. A penalty saved by Hawkridge. The resulting corner turned in by Rollins or Taft. We're not quite sure. But that man, Rollins, definitely did get the Worksop winner after 84 minutes. A really smart turn inside the box, hooking the ball over his shoulder and past O'Keefe, who was unsighted from that finish. I think when looking back at the chances in this one, it was a very tight game. Not a lot of opportunities for either side. A draw might have been the fair result. Worksop probably the better side in possession. But disappointment here for Mac. And they're going to need to halt this run of losing, aren't they?
Yeah, and on to the first round of the FA Trophy on Saturday, back at the Leasing.com Stadium. That's
right, yes. Hales Owen, the visitors here on Saturday in the FA Trophy. If you can, try and get down for that one. Cheap tickets again on offer with it being a cup game. If you can't get along to that one, then please do join us here again on Mixlr. The same link that you used tonight to access this game. Thank you to those of you that joined us. Thank you as well to the Worksop fans, and good luck for the rest of the season to your side, particularly against Stockport in the FA Cup, which is coming up very soon for you. And thanks everyone else for listening to us again. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your week, and we hope to see you again on Saturday. Thank you.